Available statistics show that about 80% of Nigerian youths are unemployed, with this rate growing at about 16% per year, consequently leading to the dramatic rise in social unrest and crimes. With more and more youth graduates leaving school with their hopes of getting white-collar jobs being dashed, stakeholders are calling for a focus in other sectors like agriculture as a way out of youth unemployment. Piggery is one of such aspects of agriculture which experts say is practicable for young people.
My name is Yemi Adishina, and what we do is that we raise pig. We have about 1,500 pigs on our farm, and not only do we raise pig, we also train people, young people and potential farmers and existing farmers how to raise pig productively and commercially. We have been around for the last 5 years, and like I said, we have around 1,500 pigs at any time on our farm, and we have 150 guilds. We came into pig production about 6 years ago when I arrived in Nigeria, after being away from Nigeria for a while. And one of the things that struck me was the high cost of meat, and the fact that many people are not able to afford the cost of meat because it's too expensive. According to FAO, there is FAO Food Agricultural Organization, and human beings supposed to eat 100 grams of protein every day, and half of it is supposed to be from meat origin, that is from fish, egg, or beef. But they concluded that Nigerian citizen only eat 63 grams of protein every day, and about a third of it is of animal origin. That means Nigeria eat an average Nigerian eat 3 times less animal protein than any country, than people in the developed country like USA, America. Now, what's the implication of this? Basically, especially for our young children and young people that are growing up, if deficiency of protein, we all know what it does. It causes stunted growth, and not only that, it causes extreme cases cause kwashiorkor. And again, overall, if it reduces human productivity because you not be mentally developed and you also not be physically developed. So that was what drive us start looking at, okay, where can we plug in? This is a hole in Nigerian system where I can make little significant contribution to the society. Then I started looking at, okay, what is causing high rise of meat production? What became evident is that 170 million of us have concentrated our meat on very few animals: beef, poultry, and fish. And with 170 million, there is no way we will have sufficient of this. So the demand that we are putting on these 3 conventional animal protein is so much that, according to the law of demand and supply, the price continues to increase, and it will keep on increasing. In fact, as a statistics, if you look at the FAO, we're looking at the number of cattle that we have in Nigeria and in West Africa. They concluded that Nigeria has 40 million or so cattle in Nigeria, about another 40 million around West Africa. Now, if we continue eating at, we have 774 local governments. Let's say we eat only 20 every day. I know we eat more than that. It's easier to work out that if we continue on this rate and we don't do anything about our meat production, eventually we're going to run low on animal protein. But I started looking at what other countries are doing, how are they able to deal with it. Then what struck me was when I realized that 48% of the meat that is consumed around the world is from pig production. I know that doesn't happen in Nigeria. If you want to check this out, check it at FAO. I know that doesn't happen in Nigeria, but the 48% of meat consumed around the world is pork meat. So I started researching why. I discovered that the Western world decided to start focusing on pig production because, one, it produces quicker. It's very easy to raise. A small boy can raise 2 in his backyard, 2 male, 1 female in his backyard. A woman can raise 5 female and 1 pigs and be enough to be able to pay for school fees. And big commercial farm can raise thousands on their farms. And because it's very easy, they are very rugged. Even a youth that has very little background in animal production can take about 10, raise it, sell it in about 4-5 months' time, and make enough money. So that's why we started looking at pig production as a way out.
Well done, thank you. Would I say you have passion for training people? Why did you decide to train other people?
That's a very good question. When we started pig farming in Nigeria about 5 years ago, My first point of call was to go to the internet and see YouTube in particular to see how other people in Africa are doing it. Because I know that I will not be able to automatically copy what is happening in the USA, what's happening in Finland and all those countries. And I discovered there was nothing on the YouTube that could help me as a farmer. So because I have animal health background, I took it as a challenge upon myself that, wow, I'm going to try and figure out how to raise pig productively in Nigeria in such a way that it will be affordable. And as I learn it, I'll be putting it on the YouTube. So if you go to YouTube and you enter Papa Yemo 1, you will see I've put about more than 40 YouTube videos of things that are happening on the farm, how to start a pig farm, how to construct a pig farm. So anytime I do something, we will video it. I'm going to put on the web, how to feed pigs, how to feed pig for less, how to control diseases, how to clean the pen. And so we started doing this, and we started putting, and right now more than 350,000 people have watched our video. But what we discover is that all the people in the diaspora, because internet is still very expensive in Nigeria, most Nigeria don't watch YouTube as long as that. So but we discovered that a lot of that, we have trained more than 50 diaspora, people that have been in outside Nigeria, they wanted to come back home, they don't want to start looking for job, they're looking for what to do. And again, when you look at pig, I think there are many challenges that pig has generally, and there are many people that look at it from social point of view, from religious point of view. But this is my argument. The cost of meat is going up in Nigeria. We know not everybody will eat pig. At least only 30 or 40% of Nigeria will eat pig. But my argument is that if you can produce pig abundantly, and those 30 or 40% of those people are able to find an alternative to beef and chicken, that will reduce the pressure on beef and chicken and bring the price down and make it affordable. And make it affordable for those who can only eat beef and fish. And not only that, I notice we don't eat a lot of pork meat in southwest Nigeria. Oyo State in particular, we are one of the largest producers of pork meat in the whole of Nigeria. Now, every day, we the Oyo State, we go to the north and bring cattle down to Oyo State every day. If you go to Akinyele every day, that means we are taking, that's a capital flight to the state. We are taking our money out of the state to go and buy cattle. There's nothing wrong in it. But why don't we know that we don't eat pork meat as well? But people from south, people from southeast, they love pork meat. But they come to pigs from us. So my argument is this: with the fluctuation in government allocation, one of the best ways the government of your state can provide employment for youths, and to also have something that they are selling to other parts of Nigeria to bring capital in, is pig production. And I believe the potential of it is very great. And most of the youth have come here. That's one reason why they came here. They want to learn how to raise pig, and they want to go back to their community and start pig farm.
All right, I'm Adeni Ifeoluwa. I'm a graduate of economics from Lee City University. I graduated 2012. I did my youth service in Nasarawa State, and I'm from Mondo State, and I'm a farmer. Yes. Yeah. Basically, it's passion. I was passionate about it, and I was actually looking forward to the future where we can adequately feed our country, and feeding stuff will not be so expensive, food will not be expensive, and we're seeing how young people can come into farming. So I took a bold step. I was properly taught how to run a pig farm, and that was all.
That you want to eat, I will surely go with you, baby. Just be confident. Take it all around the continent. You can choose anywhere that you want to eat. You can eat any dish, it's a continent. I'm gonna put my future.
I wasn't expecting that far, so and I got it's a worthwhile experience.
Okay. Interesting. If I even wish, I don't even wish the settler should stop, because he's very interested, and even the animal, they are very accommodating, and you enjoy dealing with the animals. So,
my name is Osaboye Endurance. I studied animal production from Federal College of Animal Health and Production Technology, More Plantation, Ibadan, Akbata. So I'm from Edo State. After my program at the college, I came to this farm for training. After the training, then I started working to gain more experience based on my field so that I can be able to know more.
Now, I always say to people, the challenge that the government have with our youth is that it's not any white-collar job, it's Okada. If they see that they can make abundant and sufficient money without having to break their leg or break their head riding Okada, they are used to go for it. I think our youth are industrious, but they need to be encouraged. And those kind of farm settlements should be one that will have all these the internet facilities, whereby they can go to farm in the morning and come back and don't miss the city life. Because the youth want to know what's going on, wants to know what's the next news in town, but at the same time they want to make money. And there's no job forthcoming. So the only job they could do is one that they could do for themselves. And you'll be surprised how easy. When we started, we didn't know this farm is going to become. We started with 36 pigs. I told you we have 36 pigs, 6 male, 30 females. And that was about 4 years ago. Take us 2 years to set up this place. Now we've produced more than 2,500 pigs. It's determination. And we are facing a lot of challenges, bad roads. But the one that's why when we advise government, we do some work for state government. When we advise them, create a farm that is enabling for them, that is not too far into the city, that has the basic infrastructure, not to be pampered, but so that they won't miss anything. They can focus on their business in the daytime, and in the evening they can go and relax, knowing that they are not being left out. And in 6 months' time, when they start bringing out their money out, start harvesting their money, the people in the city, their mates in the city will know that yes, these people are not really playing; they are making business, and that's what we encourage. We are encouraging local government to do. We are ready to help in training them up. It's the role of the government now to create a facility for them that they're going to be able to practice what they've learned. And we see this state not only providing employment, but they are also providing capital. They're also providing employment capital. We're bringing money to the state because people are coming. The South and South are coming regularly to come and buy from us, bringing money. Your state need a lot of money. We need to be able to generate our own money.
Basically, plenty of people do not believe in you. Nobody wants to invest in a young girl that is quite long term. Nobody wants to, take that risk on you. They want something that we answer for them quick. That's one of the greatest challenge. The fact that no land. Nobody, you have to struggle, do everything on your own, look for capital. There is no support from the government. Even individuals, they just, when they get, that's a bright idea, and that's just it. Nobody wants to take that risk of, okay, let's invest into this thing, and it's quite profitable. People want something that will give turnovers immediately, and the government is not helping matters. Nobody is there. There is no one you can say, okay, when you get to a place, even if you want to get to the bank and go and get a loan, they will not give you. You just stay, you come today, come tomorrow. They want to say how they'll get their money now, and Agric is not like that. It takes time, but it does yield. And, the government, of course, because once they support young people, people are ready to work. We can do it, and we will do it.
What would you, potential farmers, whether young or old, what would you advise as per this business?
My advice is this. One of the things that we've done a lot of experiment to see whether farming is for everybody. We were fortunate about 2 months ago. We trained somebody, a young female who has never been to a farm, never worked in a farm, and we trained her for 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, she was so knowledgeable and equipped that she was even training all other youths that are coming for training in pig production. She became so fast in preparing their feed. So what am I trying to say? Agriculture is the way forward for Nigeria. Our petroleum price is dwindling, and one of the best industry that can accommodate a lot of people, especially youth, is agriculture. And I want us, from our experiment, we realized that even if you don't have agricultural background, even if you never lived in a city before, as long as you have the passion and you have the determination, and you think you're entrepreneurial enough to want to do farming, we can train you. And that's where the government comes in again. Now, one of the things that we've trained a lot of people, more than 20 youth on this farm. You've had them speaking, they've spoken to you in the course of this interview. But one of the challenges they have is, how would they set up? One of the things I believe local government and your state government in particular can do is to create a dedicated youth farm settlement for pig farmers, so that we can give them, we can even lease the accommodation to them, so they can come to us, they can buy winners, they can raise it, and within 5 months they can sell it. And I believe this is one of the things that the youth require. Youth cannot wait forever but they want something that will bring them money, that will bring it very quickly. Finally, I think talking about state, I think at state level, the demand for pork meat is beyond Nigeria. I know that Chinese will need 95 million metric tons of pork meat in the next 5 years. In fact, they are so desperate for pork meat, they went to America and they went to buy Smithfield, which is the largest pig producing company in America. And they paid twice for it because America don't want to sell it to them. Our government, instead of trying to, I know in the past we've tried to sell them cassava, but cassava is a staple food. We cannot, it will be like throwing away the water and the baby. But we already know that only 40% eat pork meat. So if we turn it to an export commodity, the potential for it is great, because that means we can produce as much as we have. Now our state government or federal government can go and meet the Chinese and say, we have the weather, we have the skill, we have people that are already producing it. We have, if you want your own breed, also give us your breed, we'll produce it for you, as long as you guarantee that you're going to be buying it for us. That would be that's one of the products that we need to introduce, especially in the light that we are now, where the petroleum price is dwindling and we're not selling it as much as we want to, and as a result, the federal allocation to states is also dwindling. Nigeria as a country need to find another source of export commodity, and those are what countries like Thailand did with cassava, and what Brazil did with soya, and they were transformed from underdeveloping countries to developing countries and developed countries. So Nigeria too has your state government with all the knowledge and expertise. We can be the driver of this. We can lead the country in creating another export commodity for pork meat for Nigeria.
Stakeholders have advocated greater support of government to encourage youths in practicing agriculture so that they can become productive assets for national development. Kemi Oshin, NTA News.